Back to another session. So if you have missed any previous videos, you can check the link in the description. If you have any doubts, just leave a message in the comment box. Coming to this lecture, we're going to use cat command, and this cat command is used to write information into the file. Before we're going to use the cat command, we must create a file. Check if you have any files. If you don't have, use touch and then file name. I'm using F1. After creating the file name F1, now we are going to use a cat command to write the content. The syntax will be cat, right arrow, and then the file name. Then the file will be opened. Write anything that you wish. And then after writing your work, press Ctrl plus T to exit from the file. After being exit from the file, you can check what you have written by using the cat. We will not use any right arrow in this case for checking the content in the file. For displaying, we use cat space F1. There is another way to create a file using cat. Just type cat, right arrow and F2. You can check by using lsf2. Cat, right arrow and F2. And it will take us into the file. Automatically it will create the file and it will take us into the file. You can write anything content in that. Then just press Ctrl plus T to exit from the file. Let's check by using ls command. You can see the file 2 has been created and saved. And next thing we're going to do is concatenation. Before we're going to do concatenation, we must create a file name f3 to add the concatenation string into that file. Just press touch F3 and then the F3 has been created. Now press cat space F1 space F2 right arrow and F3. Whatever the content has been written in F1 and F2, that will be written into the F3 file. Now you can see subscribe to channel written. So the next command we're going to use is mkdir, and this command is used for making directories. Check by ls, we have the directory friends. Now create a, now we have created the friends directory. Now I'm telling you to move into this friends directory. For moving to other directories or changing to other directories, we use this command cd, change directory. Just press cd space friends. Now we have changed the directory to the friends. If you want to move back, then use cd dot dot. Now you guys know how to create the file, how to create directories, how to move inside into the directories and how to come out from the directories. Now I'm giving you a challenge to create two directories. In one directory you create two files and other directory empty. Just create it. Just pause the video. I'm leaving it to you guys. Now coming back to the solution. Use touch directory 1, sorry, no touch, that is used for making files. For making directories use mkdir d1. You can actually use the syntax of touch2 for creating multiple files, and here in this case we are creating multiple directories. We have created two directories. Now move into one directory d1. Now create two files by using touch command, touch l1 l2. That's ouch, sorry about that. Touch L1 L2. Now press enter. Now we have created two files, two directories, one is empty. So for moving back, use cd dot dot. Or there is other way, like you can use cd and this symbol. So you're thinking that it hasn't changed anything. We are already in the normal user directory. and there is a root user and normal user. We are basically using the normal user, and you will cover this topic in the later sessions. Until that, just remember we have two users. One is root user or administrator user, and other is normal user. We are using the normal user. So we are using this normal user directory to create files. So this CD and the symbol will take us to this normal user. I don't know the name of this symbol that I have used. If you know that name, just write it in the comment section. So now, if you want to see the changes, if you're confused, just enter into one directory. You have entered in the D1 directory. Now you can use this CD and this symbol. Now we are back to the normal user directory. If you're stuck in the 10 directories, nested one, then you must use this command so we can save the time. So we have learned how to create files, directories, and now let's remove the files and directories. For that we use command rm for removing the files. We have F1, F2 and F3. Just remove one file, F1, and please be careful here. We are in the directory of Riaz. If we want to remove the file inside the D1, just go into that directory, CD and D1. A lot of guys do this mistake. They just delete the file outside the directory that you want to delete. Now I told you to delete the file from the D1, but you are just pressing RM and F1 in the outside. It will not delete in D1, it will just check in the current directory. And please be sure when you're deleting or moving any file, be in the current directory to use that command. If you want to delete or remove from the D1, be in the D1. That's it guys, this was important note. I hope you have noted it. So we have two files inside this, right? L1 and L2. So we have already used that RM F1 F2. Okay, just move the back. I just want to show you one more thing. Sorry, give a space. Now we have deleted a file. Now I'm going to delete a directory by using rmdir, and this rmdir only deletes empty directories. You cannot delete directory D1 because we already have two files inside it. Just use this rmdir on the directory 2. Yes, the directory 2 has been deleted because we don't have anything inside it. It's just empty. For removing the D1, you must use rm and options minus rf. And the R means recursive, which checks the file one by one inside the directory. Like it checks first the file name 2, file name 1, then it checks the directory 1. And this force command forces it each time, it just forces one file. So when even you are using recursive, it checks one by one, and this force supports that R command. It just forces that the file has been selected through R to delete using the RM. So one by one every file has been deleted, and at last the directory also has been deleted. We will not have the directory also using this command. We have removed that. Now guys, if we want to move the file or rename a file, we use mv. This mv command is basically we move the files. Like if we have file name 1, just check how many files we have. Yeah, we have F2 and F3. You use mv and move this F2 to the friends directory. Now use mv F2 and friends. And guys, if you have not moved to the friends directory or you have got any error in between, use sudo mv and same command, just use sudo in front of it. The sudo gives us privileges of the administrator. I mean few privileges that gives us as a normal user. In few systems this privilege has not been granted. To be granted we use sudo. Just press enter, it asks for a password. Enter your password that you are using in the Linux system. I have already moved that F2 to the friends folder, so we don't have. But use this command if you got stuck. So just rename one more file. We have F3 right remaining. So just renaming it MV F3 and the new file name that you have to give. New name. I have renamed my F3 to the new name. You can check we don't have F3 because we have named it new name. We don't have F2 because we moved it to the friends folder. We don't have F1 because we have deleted it earlier. So now enter into the friends directory. There you can find F2, or you just go back and you can use just directly ls friends. Just type the directory name that you want to check. It will also show the list of the names that has been written in the directory. So that's it for today guys. If you have any doubt, please leave a message in the comment box and don't forget to subscribe. Until the next video, bye bye.